Hello everyone, I'm Rubilyn Bachelor of Secondary Major in Values Education 2A. I'm discussing for today is all about neurotransmitter and hormones and spirituality. And another one, neuroscientific studies on religion and spirituality and implication of neurobiological approaches. Neurotransmitter and hormones and spirituality. Center neurochemical influence religious and spiritual experiences. Dopamine reward and motivation. Dopamine play a role in spiritual euphoria and mystical experiences. Example, meditation and prayer can increase dopamine level, creating a sense of bliss. Another one, dopamine is neurotransmitter and often associated with reward and motivation and it's released when we experience pleasure. Example, the feeling of peace, connections, experienced during prayer or meditation can be linked to, to dopamine release, reinforcing this practicing, motivating individual to continue them. Serotonin mood and transcendence. Serotonin regulates mood, well-being, spiritual insight. Examples: psychedelic substances, psilocybin that increase serotonin can reduce religious like mystical experience. It's often associated with feeling and happiness, well-being, and contentment. Research suggests and serotonin levels may be elevated during spiritual experience. Example, the feeling of unity with universe, a sense of profound peace experienced during mystical experience could be linked to increased serotonin level. Oxytocin, love, and social bonding. Often called the love hormone, oxytocin fosters feeling of trust, empathy, and connectedness important in religious community. Example, group for prayer, worship, increasing oxytocin, enhancing a sense of unity. Oxytocin, this hormone, is often referred to as the love hormone or bonding hormone because it's associated with feeling of love, trust, and social bonding. Is released during physical touch, social interaction, and act of kindness. Endorphin is spiritual pleasure and pain relief. Endorphins are natural painkiller that also create feeling of euphoria. Example, fasting a religious ritual involving endurance can trigger endorphin release leading spiritual transcendence. Example, the feeling euphoria transcendence experienced during intense prayer or ecstatics dancing coupling of endorphin release provide a sense of spiritual bliss and pain relief. Neuroscientific studies on religion and spirituality. Meditation and prayer study brings brain scan fMRI show that long-term meditator and prayer practitioner exhibit increased gray matter density in areas associated with attention and emotion regulations. For example, prayer and brain function study have examining the brain activity of individual engaged in prayer, finding change in religious associated with emotion reward and self-transcendence. Near-death experience (NDS) and the brain. Some research suggests that NDS are caused by oxygen deprivations in the brain triggering vision of light, deceased and relatives, or divine encounter. Neurological correlates. While the exact radiological mechanism underlying NDS are still being investigated, research suggests that they may have linked to change in brain activity during period of oxygen deprivation or stress. Example, NDSS, which is also associated with highlighting consciousness and altered state of awareness. Psychedelics and spirituality. Study of psilocybin, LSD, and DMT show that these substances can mimic profound spiritual experiences by altering brain activity, particularly and the default mode network or DMN. Altered state of consciousness, psychedelic substance like psilocybin and LDS can induce profound alteration and consciousness, often leading the mystical or spiritual experiences. Neurochemical change, psychedelic primarily act on serotonin receptor and in the brain leading to change perceptions, emotion, and through processes. Implications of neural approaches, scientific validations, or religious experience show that spirituality has a real biological basis. Interfaith understanding help explain why different religious traditions share similar mystical experiences. Therapeutic application, meditations, and spiritual practices can be used to treat anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Scientific validations of religious experiences show that spirituality has a real biological basis. Scientific validations of religious experience, neuroscientific studies show the brain activity changing during prayer, meditation, and mystical experiences. Provide the evidence for the biological basis of spirituality. This help legitimize the, this experience and challenge the idea that are the solely based on faith and delusion. Interfaith understanding help explain why different religious traditions share similar mystical experiences. Interfaith understanding neurobiological research can highlight shared mechanisms underlying mystical experiences across the different religions. This fosters interfaith understanding and appreciation for communalities and human spiritual experience. Therapeutic application, meditation, and spiritual practices can be used to treat anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Therapeutic application understanding the neurobiological effect of meditation and spiritual practices can lead to evidence-based therapies for mental health issues. Example, mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) as well be established therapeutic approach